Hey, thank you for listening to a special edition Comics for Fun and Profit episode. We get a lot of requests for us to do previews picks, and we've tried a couple of times. It's never really fit into our schedule to where we can actually do an episode, and it makes sense to do previews picks as well, because we are doing the sneak peek from for the next week of releases. So to actually do the pre-order cycle hasn't worked out for us to do together. And I'm not saying we won't ever do that together, but for now I think I'll just give you some picks from the previews catalog that I'm interested in. Some are definitely spec-worthy, and some are just things that just have me really intrigued. If Kyle has time, we'll get him to do maybe a counterpunch edition of his previews picks based on something that he's gleaned from the catalog, and that might be something cool too. But for now, we'll just give you mine, and take this for what it's worth. It's a bonus episode, and it's in plenty of time to get some of these orders. Some of these are really tiny publishers, so you'll want to get these orders in ahead of time and make sure that you get your multiple copies and discounts to maximize your spec potential. So enjoy, and thanks for listening. It's Heroines #1 from Space Goat Publishing. This is written by Ted Nyfa with art and cover by Ted Nyfa. My name is Marcy Madison, and I'm here to save the world. This message is for any woman blessed with extraordinary abilities. The world gets scary every day. Are you fighting to make it a better place? Are you leaving it to the guys? How's that working out? This isn't about showing men I can do it better. I'm just a smart, capable person with superpowers, and I want to do my part. I'm willing to bet there are others like me. I want to meet you. It's time for us heroines to get in the game. And this is a $5.99 book that is double-sized, and it comes out on May 31st. I thought that was an interesting premise. It had kind of a Ms. Marvel feel to the solicit, and I thought I'd give it a shot. So if it resonates with you at all, check out Heroines #1 from Space Goat Publishing, all the way in the back of previews. Pick from Scout Comics. It is Mindbender #1, written by James Pruitt, with art by Federico De Luca. The tender age of 7, Alexander Oberman witnessed the gruesome deaths of his parents in a horrendous explosion as a result of his own mind tapping into a previously unknown powerful force. How Alex survived has been a mystery. This is a $3.99 book that comes out on May 24th. I did a couple of samples of Scout Comics, and I continue to support some of their first issues. Been pretty good. So if you think you want to check this out, please check out Scout Comics Mindbender #1 in the back half of previews. Pick from Red 5 Comics. It's Kaiser Soze Scorched Earth #1, written by Paul Enns, with art and a cover by Livia Pastori. Before he was a name on Special Agent Dave Kuhan's wall, Kaiser Soze was a watchword in the criminal underworld, the ultimate boogeyman. In this prequel to the hit film The Usual Suspects, set against the backdrop of the Iran-Contra hearings, find out how Soze earned his reputation and how he first came to the attention of the U.S. government. It is a $3.95 book, and comes out May 10th. And if you're a big fan of the Usual Suspects movie like I am, you think this might be interesting or terrible. I don't know. It could go either way. It's a Red 5 book, so check out Kaiser Soze Scorched Earth #1 in the back half of previews. Pick from Oni Press. It is The Damned #1, written by Colin Bunn with art by Brian Hurt. Ill-Gotten Part 1. In a Prohibition-era world where demonic princes pull the strings that make crime families dance, Eddie is immortal with two things working for him. First of all, he can't die. Well, he can and does quite often, but he doesn't stay down for long. Second, Eddie runs the Gehenna Room, a nightclub with a strict no demons allowed policy. This is a Colin Bunn book who's doing Harrow County, which I'm loving. Done some other stuff I've liked. And guess what? It's $1. So a number one issue that's $1. I think that's cool. Comes out on May 3rd. Give it a sample, and you too can find out if it's for you. So I think that's awesome that they put their money where their mouth is and pass the savings on to us. So check that out in the Oni Press section in the back of previews. It is The Damned #1. Pick from Black Mask Comics. It is CalExit #1, written by Matt Pizzola and art and cover by Amigo Nahulpan. Hey, what if a fascist, autocratic president took over the United States? And what if that president lost California, the 6th largest economy on Earth, by nearly 2-1, a margin of almost 3.5 million votes? What if the day after the president took power, the largest mass demonstration in history occurred, and the state with the largest turnout was California? And in the following week, 2 of the largest international airports in the world, California LAX and SFO, were blockaded by protesters. What if California refused to be ruled? From the creators of Young Terrorists, Matteo Pizzola and Amigo Nahulpan, comes this tale of resisting oppression, punching Nazis, protecting each other, kicking ass, and demanding liberty for all. Wow, what a fanciful plot. Boy, I can't really even recognize it. It's so out there. But get used to this type of stuff, folks, because Art will be doing a lot of these type of political statements. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. It is $3.99. It comes out on May 31st. It is CalExit #1 from Black Mask. Check that out in the back half of previews. With a pick from Amigo Comics, it is Ghost Wolf Horde of Fangs #1, written by L. Torres, with art by Juanfra M.B. An age of peace, the North was finally changing. Seaports were open to trade. New settlements flourished until a horde of callous warriors joined to lay waste to the northern lands, claiming that all foreigners must die and that the ghost wolf is with them. But Mara, the last warrior taking the mantle of the demigod, has other thoughts. Cool cover. Amigo does some interesting stuff. This is a $3.99 book out at the end of the month on the 31st of May. And they usually have really small print runs. So if you want this, you're going to have to pre-order it. I doubt there'll be that many shops that carry this thing on the rack and have it in any quantity. So check out Ghost Wolf #1 from Amigo Comics in the back half of previews. With a pick from Alterna Comics. This is Croak #1, written by Cody Andrew Sousa, and art by Desi Ciente. Art also with a cover by Chris O'Halloran and Francesco Iaquinta. And this pulse-pounding debut issue of fun camping trip turns awry after 3 friends are forced deep into the woods. Lost, afraid, and alone, their worst nightmares come to life. Printed on a nostalgic newsprint with a glossy cover. It is $1.50, and it's in shops on the 3rd. Alterna Comics, we talked about those folks, and they are bringing back newsprint and newsprint prices, and we are, at least I am very excited to check them out. I'll be buying all of their titles, but I just thought I'd feature one. But yeah, I think this is cool. I hope the story is good, and wouldn't it be cool to have $1 and $1.50 comics again? How much fun is that? So please check out Alterna Comics Croak and their entire line of 4 comics this month for pre-order in the back half of previews. The pick from Aftershock Comics, it is Normals #1, written by Adam Glass, with art and cover by Dennis Calero. Think about your life for a moment. The people you've known, the ones you've loved, and all the stuff in between. Imagine you learned that everything you believed, everything you lived, everything you felt actually never happened. It was all not real, but it is real to you, and you now must fight to save it and everyone you love. But to do that, you first have to save the world. Welcome to the Normals, an exciting new Rush of Blood to the Head series from Aftershock Comics. Now, Adam Glass is, of course, the same writer who did Rough Riders, who I really enjoyed that series. So I'm assuming this is going to be just as good. I'm excited about it. It comes out on May 24th and is $3.99. So please check out Normals #1 from Aftershock Comics in the back half of previews. Pick from 451 Media Group. It is Stained #1, written by David Barron with art by Yusuf Idris and a cover by Steve Morris. Meet Emma London, recovery artist and bounty hunter for hire. She is strong, possibly indomitable, and did we mention a part machine? Emma is the type that dives headfirst into things that most wouldn't and shouldn't. Those dark places that no one else will go to track down the subhuman criminals lurking in the underbelly of society and brings them to justice. Emma attempts to take down a pair of international diamond smugglers, but her story explodes forward when initially what was thought to be a hunt for a priceless painting with a record-high bounty leads her to something darker and more monstrous than she could ever have imagined. This comes out on the 3rd of May and is $3.99. 451 kind of took the comic world by storm a couple years ago. We were real excited about all the stuff they were putting out. They couldn't maintain a schedule, and things kind of fell off. I can't really remember the last thing that came out that I'm still reading, so it's been a while. I want to, give them another chance, but unfortunately they are not consistent with the publishing schedule. And hopefully this is an exception. So check out 451 Media Group's Stain #1 in the back half of previews. Pick from Dark Horse. It is Predator Hunters #1, written by Chris Warner with art by Francisco Ruiz Velasco and a cover by Doug Wheatley. Space aliens have been coming to Earth for centuries, but not with any message of brotherhood or peace. They're here to hunt the toughest, dangerous humans they can find. Only now their former prey have teamed up against them. Predators, watch your back. Written by Predator Comics series veteran Chris Warner, art by Francisco Ruiz Velasco, and covers feature special metallic ink. This is a $3.99 book in shops on the 3rd of May. Might be cool. Might be sampling this one. I've kind of been sitting out all these Aliens and Predators books for a while now, so I thought I'd dip my toe and see what it's like. So check that out in the Dark Horse section of previews. Pick from DC. It is Injustice 2 #1 from Tom Taylor. He's back. Art by Bruno Redondo, Juan Alperon, a cover by Jim Lee and Scott Williams. This is an all-new prequel to the highly anticipated Injustice 2 video game. So they're going to kind of go back to their roots again when they came out. Tom Taylor came out with that original adaptation and kind of blew us all away. Original Injustice writer Tom Taylor continues the story from the hit series Injustice Gods Among Us. Superman is in prison, and it's up to Batman to put the world back together, but with Superman's iron-fisted regime eliminated, other forces rise up to fill the void, and Batman doesn't have a lot of allies left to stop them. So spoilers, if you haven't finished Injustice, guess what's going to happen. There you go. This is only $2.99. It is in shops on the 3rd of May, so this will be out right away, and I look forward to this. I look for him to be able to lightning to strike twice, and it to be pick up where he left off when he left the book last time. So I'm real excited about that. So check out Injustice 2 #1 in the DC section of previews. Pick from IDW. It is Saucer State #1, written by Paul Cornell with art and a cover by Ryan Kelly. She was abducted by aliens now she's the president. She's going to use the power of that office to find out what really happened. But will they let her? Saucer Strait is the sequel to and the conclusion of the Hugo-nominated Saucer County. It's a House of Cards does the X-Files, they say. It's a bulletin from the brightest timeline. She will break the world to find who hurt her, and new readers can start here. So I missed out on Saucer County, so I'm going to check this out and see if I like it. And if I do, maybe I'll go back and check out that other thing. This will be out on May 10th, and it's $3.99 from IDW, so check that out. Pick from Image, it is Eternal Empire #1. This is written by Sarah Vaughn and Jonathan Luna, with art and a cover by Jonathan Luna. And if you remember, this is the same team from Alex and Ada that I loved every single issue of, and just thought it was amazing. So I want to be on the ground floor of this one and make sure that I check this out from the beginning. Just fantastic stuff. This is about the Eternal Empress who has waged war against the countries of Saya for over 100 years, and now her sights are set on the last country standing. Within the brutal empire's workforce, a young woman receives strange visions that give her the courage to escape her fate or run straight toward it. This is going to be out on the 3rd, the very first week of May, and is $3.99. And great creative team, so it's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to it. Check it out. It's in the Image section of previews. The pick from Marvel, it is Moon Knight #14, written by Jeff Lemire, with art and a cover by Greg Smallwood. This will be out at the end of the month, May 31st, and it is a $3.99 book. What a long, strange trip it's been. Mark's past, present, and future collide. An epic throwdown between Mark Spector and Khonshu. Who will survive, and what will be left of them? Sounds like an ominous solicit. You could make the leap that is this possibly the last issue? I haven't heard anything. I hope not. I'm really liking this book, so I know sales are terrible, but I love it. So if you like Moon Knight, don't forget about it, and make sure that you tell your retailer to bring some of those in to shore up those sales. So it's Moon Knight #14 in the Marvel section. We hope you'll come back and check us out as we take on the fine art of comic book speculation. So appreciate it.